Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today is day 7 of the Gutenberg challenge series tutorial. So in today's video we're gonna use one of my client projects and where I'm gonna show you how to create a sections using the Bento grid style. And this will be amazing tutorial where you will be able to understand how the grid works in a different way, and this will be an advanced tutorial. You have to understand stack, you have to understand grid, you have to understand group, and also you have to understand the basic of the stack, row, and everything that I have shared last 6 days. So let's focus on this tutorial, and first of all take a look at our design here. So there is a couple of grid or the couple of a column, whatever you called. Here I'm also using the cover block, I'm using the icons, I'm using some other information. So let's go to our editor here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new page first, close all other unnecessary tabs from here, and now type here Bento Grid. Okay, close this one, Advanced Grid class. Now type here group and make it full width first, and after that type here grid. So I'm going to navigate a little bit faster because each of my video takes a little bit longer time than expected, because if I want to clarify everything, if I want to make sure you understand everything, then definitely it will gonna take some time to make things clear. Now let's imagine that it has a 12 column here, and let's imagine each of them has 4 column. So 4 column, 4 column, or 4 column here, and we are gonna make the 4 column as imagination, and we're gonna make it here as well the 4 column. So we can add the column manually here. Let's make it 12 column first. So as you can see, if I click over here, there are 12 column. I have added the manual view from here, and each of the items, let's say this one has 4 column, it takes 4 column, this one takes 4 column, and this one is also taking 4 column. So let's create this one first. So I'm not going to create the above sections here in this tutorial. I believe you can do it, and it will be your homework. Just I'm gonna focus here the main part of this tutorial. So let's export the image. I believe you can already export. I'm not going to export the image as of now. Let's export the icons here. So I'm not going to use the SVG format here. I'm gonna use the PNG format because the SVG will require additional plugin, but I'm not going to use it. And that's it. Also, I'll be using the same icon here all over the place. Okay, let's use or export this one. To speed up the process, I'm not going to export all of them, but you can export all of them and showcase your work in our Facebook group. So let's click add a div here, or we can add a cover. Okay, let's add a div, which is the ideal here, and let's cover 4 column. So I have added div 4 column, and let's add a cover here. Inside the cover, let's add, so we'll go to the media library and see if there is an image here. Let's use this one. Okay, perfect. And inside this image, use some text. So I'm gonna navigate very quickly. Heading, make it Excel, and also at the same time make it appearance bold. So I have explained everything already in my previous video, and that's why I'm not going to spend a lot of time here to explain each and every single details here again and again, because some of my viewers already mentions I have repeated the same thing here, but trust me, it's for your good. There's a good reason for this. Let's make it stack, adjust the height or spacing here. Okay, now let's change the placement, or you can add this icon here at the top. Okay, I have already the icon here. Let's add another group and add a background color. Let's make it transparent, add icon here, or image. Basically I have export it as image format, which is here, and also this one. Select, add some padding here. Let's make it 10 pixel top bottom and 10 pixel left right. But I don't know why the left right is not working here. Why suddenly it just changed its size. Okay, so now let's drag it or place it at the top here. Let's open the list view from here so that you can understand whether I'm selecting the group or images, and it will be also helpful for me. Let's place at the top. And if you take a look at here inside the group or inside the cover, let's make it stack. And as you can see, there is no options to display them space between. And that is an issue that I already explained in our previous lecture, where I explained all the things, taking a lot of time as well. Let's place it at the bottom area and change the padding, or I think it has some border radius. Let's add some border radius, 20 pixel, and add some padding inside the image. Okay, that's why it's not working. Select the group here and add padding here inside the group, 10 pixel, 10 pixel. And select the image here, reduce the padding from images, reset all. And again, select the group here, go to the styles tab and add a border radius. So please, if you feels like I'm going very fast, so I have explained all of them in this series tutorial, and that's why I'm navigating a little bit faster here. And this series is meant to be discuss specific thing in specific lessons or classes, and that's why I'm not going to repeat the same thing here. So I hope you understand without. Okay, now it's more perfect. So we have added our grid here, and now if I click over here, you can see there is another options where I can add these information. Let's add very quickly. So let's add a group here and take 4 column. That's it. Add another group here. Inside the group, I'm gonna taking another group here, and inside the group I'm going to take image, and you can use a background color here, like you can use a background color then add image. But for this tutorial, I'm navigating here and going to export this one to make things little bit faster. And it's a good practice to use SVG format. I'm gonna use PNG as of now, because when I'm gonna show you how to create a complete projects, I'll be definitely show you how to take image and how to make things perfect. I have already a series tutorial you're gonna find after completing this video. Okay, so I just uploaded the image here and select here. Now I have to add some text. Type heading, paste the text and select heading and image, make it a row and adjust the heading size here, adjust the image size. You can adjust a little bit of the image as well. So we have added row, and now let's duplicate this one. So as you can see, I have duplicated the row and I'm just trying to make it as similar as I can. Excel, let's make it Excel. So I'm not going to make it similar to the Figma, as I told you in this series tutorial. It's our not goal. Our goal is not to make everything similar. Our goal is to explain the features and the functionalities and how things work here. Let's copy the cover from here and paste here. So as you can see, there is another things that I forgot here inside the row. Let's add border. Border 1 pixel, and the border radius should be 20 or 10, I would say, yes. And change the border color to this one, a little bit lighter. Copy the styles and paste here inside this row. And now you can adjust the height a little bit. For this one, adjust the height here. You can also select the grid and make space between to make it a little bit breathable, click publish, and view the grid here. So as you can see, it looks like this. There is some issue with the image and the above grid here. So we have to make it perfect. We have to make the height adjustable and make the image height perfectly, because if we want to display them in similar way, so definitely we have to change some spacing, some margin, some padding, and fixed height. And I believe you can do it easily by navigating the row and adding some padding here. Let's add some padding top, bottom, and same goes here. It's not going to display perfectly because due to the different image and not the SVG image. If I'm using SVG image, it should display exactly same or similar to the Figma file. And also I'm not following the height here, and like here they're using 242 pixel height, but I'm not following the same height here as well, and that's why there is little bit adjustment needs to be added manually. So I hope you understand. Now I'm going to add image width here, like 145 pixel to increase a little bit, 145 pixel here as well. Let's save and view the page here. So as you can see, it looks little bit similar to the Figma. So I hope you understand how it looks like and how it works. Now if I go back here, it's the same grid, it's the same sections, same thing. You can simply add or increase the grid here. Like if I select the grid, you can simply take a look at here, just select another group, and then here take 4 column and then duplicate. It's 4 column and then duplicate. This is 4 column. So here let's add group or group inside the group, and you can simply add a background color, text, and this text. So let's copy the color or copy the styles from the above one. I'm gonna copy this one and paste here. Okay, I'm sorry, it's not copied here perfectly. Copy again and paste here. Let's change the text to 92%, 92%, and make it black. It's black, right? Or not black, it's exactly. So let's make it yellow or golden little bit. Okay, I do not want to spend a lot of time here. Now let's make it center and add the group, add some padding top and padding bottom, add a border 1 pixel and the border radius 20 or 10 pixel here, and the border color is not so hard. Also, if you take a look at here, there is an option called shadow. So they have a small shadow. You can make a small drop shadow here. In Gutenberg, there is no options to add a small shadow or adjust the shadow opacity. So that's why we are using third-party plugins in some places, but still it's useful. Still we are using it widely if you want very minimal and not a bloated websites with so many plugins and so many third-party information. Now let's place here. That's it. Now click Save Changes and reload our page. So as you can see, we just created these sections and we can make it exactly similar using the Gutenberg, but it will take a lot of time. To reduce the time, I just wanted to show you how the Bento grid works and how you can make a little bit different sections using the grid and drag and drop features, adjust the layout easily. So that's it for today. If you have any other questions or anything that you'd like to ask, please feel free to comments below and share your work in our Facebook group and complete this work exactly similar. I believe you can do it. And at the same time, there's another sample grid projects that you can work on it and you can share in our Facebook group. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.